Well, hi everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. This is take two. The earlier one had no sound on it, so hopefully, if somebody can come on here and let me know about if there's sound or not, I would greatly appreciate it. In any event, what I'm doing is today what I do on Mondays is my free online class, and that's where I might do like fancy fold card. I might do a fun fold card. I won't be doing techniques because I do that for my Tuesday classes. Um, but what I'm doing, oh, you have sound now. Wonderful. Thanks, Lorraine, for letting me know. But in any event, if you are joining me and seeing this later, it could be because I'm also I'm part. It's live. It's a live presentation, so I want to make sure that you know that ahead of time because I'll be answering to different people and everything else. Awesome. So, welcome to Monday morning online class. And today, what I'm going to do, I am going to do something and a variation of something I did for a stamp camp. For the stamp camp, I did a drapery fold card. So today, what I want to do, because technically we're told that we're not supposed to share anything that we've shared that is exclusive just to that group and that sort of stuff. So what I'm doing is I am doing a full drapery fold card. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. I can quickly show you what I did do, but I can't give any instructions or anything on how to do that. So what I had shown, this was actually shown on my blog. So it's not something I'm showing you that you can't see. And see, it's a drapery fold card. And this is the one that I had done for the stamp camp, a drapery fold card where you see it like that. But today, what we're going to do is a full drapery fold card, and we're using the Fitting Florets. This comes available as of tomorrow for everybody. As a demonstrator, you were allowed to order this early. However, I wanted to point out, it does come with the bundle, and it comes with this fantastic stamp set and these frames. This will be in the J to J mini catalog. But also included in this suite are the embellishments that are like this stamp set, and this beautiful designer series paper. But beware, this stuff is only, those last three items are only available while quantities last. So I always say get them while you can. And plus also my Your Creativity Awaits card class includes this suite, and you have the choice of going with the stamp set, Your Creativity Awaits, where it can be delivered anywhere in Canada. It can also be um, it can be for local pickup, and with the choice of doing the add-ons on there. But you could also get the whole suite and you get 4 extra bonus projects. So that's an offer that's available in Canada. If you do not live in Canada and would like to have the tutorial, just reach out. I do sell those tutorials as well. All right, so let's get going on this card. So like I say, we're doing a drapery fold, a full drapery fold. And I'm using this beautiful designer series paper. I think this is one of my favorite. I love the soft succulent on the back as well. I'm going to be using some Night of Navy. And I happen to have this 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it right in the middle at 4 1/4. So we're just going to fold that into the mountain like I always do. And then we're just going to get a really good crease on there. And then I have a piece of this balmy blue, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. Now I'm not going to put this on right away. Hello, Vicki, and hello, Dolores, and Dorothy and Marjorie. Awesome. I'm so glad that you've joined me. And I'm glad you told me that there's sound, because I would be just devastated if there wasn't again. In any event, we have this. I have a piece for the inside. And I believe it's 3 3/4 by 4, but we'll worry about that in a bit. But what we need on this particular one is we are going to need our scoring board. You could use your trimmer. I just find that sometimes with designer series paper, what happens is that it tends to cut. So I'm using the big end of the stylus that comes with the trimmer. And then I'm going to go in and I am going to score these, and I'm going to give you the intervals. So we have, let's see, we have one at 1.5 inch and one at 2 inch. And then there would be one at 3 inch and 3.5 inch. Then we're going to jump up to 4.5 inches and 5 inches. And then up to 6 inches and 6.5 inches. And then one at 7.5 inches, one at 8, one at 9, and one at 9.5. And I don't have my template done up, but that's how it looks if you want to take a screenshot of that. Okay. Then what you want to do is you want to go and you want to measure up 1.5 inch on each one of these sides. And, you know, I could use, and I probably should use, is a pencil on here. However, this is going to be really hard with this particular design to see this pencil mark. And then we're also going to do 1.5 at this side. There we go. So this piece was 3 by 11 inches. All right, then now I'm coming in with my trimmer. And we are going to come down to the 5 inch mark. Let me just turn this around. Yes. So this is the 5 inch mark. Whoops. I think it's, this is harder to see because it's, okay. This will be at the 5 and the 6 inch mark. So this is at 5 inch and this will be at the 6 inch mark. Okay. So from this piece here, from there, we're going to go from there down to, this is the 5 inch mark or 6 inch mark. This is the 5 inch mark. I want to make sure. I think I'm going to go onto the other side. And the reason I'm going on to the other side is so that I can see it because it's quite a fussy pattern. So 1.5 there. And 1.5 down here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from this mark here, from there to there. And we're just going to line this up here. Just down to there. So this is my, the suite, like I say, that we're going to be using for Your Creativity Awaits. Beautiful suite. Okay, so now I'm at that 6 inch mark, or this is the 6 inch, this is the 5 inch. So this comes from the 5 inch down to that 1.5. It just depends, like whatever you're doing down here, whatever way you're measuring, you're not going to cut in the middle, but you're definitely going to cut from the 5 inch to this way and the 6 inch to that way. And I hope that made sense there. Hello. I love this DSP as well. All right. So we have that and we're going down to this mark here. We're lining that crease right up in that track. And then we're just going to go like that. And this is how it's going to look. So like I say, we have this in the middle. And then we've got all these other things. So again, we're going at 1.5, 2, 3 inches and 3.5, 4.5 and 5. And then this one's at 6 and 6.5, 7.5 and 8, 9 and 9.5. And then what you're going to do on the side that you want to be your top side, hello, you are going to do a mountain fold. And then you're going to do a valley fold. Mountain fold and valley fold. Mountain fold and valley fold. Then it's just going to go like that. And then we're going to go from this other side again. We're going to go to the mountain fold, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley. And then this is going to line up like this. And this is how it's going to look. It's just like that. So this is a full drapery fold. Okay. Then I'm going to, I want to do it on the opposite side. I'm going to try it on the opposite side to begin with. I'm going to come with my tear and tape. And I might end up doing some gluing in between, but I'm just going to come across here. Oops. I want to make sure that that's straight. just like so. Oops. And then down here. All right, so like I say again, mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley, and then from the other side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come across, and I'm going to take that off, and we're going to do it gradually. Okay. Yeah, this DSP is amazing. So, valley, mountain. So I probably should have done this on the front side now that I think of it, but I'm going to have it on the back side as well. So let me come in with my silicone mat here, and I'm just going to put that there so it doesn't stick down to my paper. And I'm going to also put it onto this side as well. Now, like I say, when I had demonstrated this on the weekend in the stamp camp, I had gone ahead and used glue, which works just fine. But I kind of like this done with the tearing tape. All right. So I'm going to come and take this off on this side again. And I'm going to be gluing the two of them down together, the front and the back. Okay, so that's going to go like that. And it's also sticking on the back side, just like this. You want this part to be even. So I'm just going to go ahead and tear this tape off. Now this is matching up in the middle. Here, this is the middle piece. And then this piece is going to come over here like this. And I'm just going to take all this off now. Oops. So that's going to come in here like that. Like this and like this. And there's our piece. That's just like that. Okay, so this is where, well, I'm going to leave this silicone mat down and you'll see why in a second. So then what you want to do is you want to come in with your card. You want to line this up and you want to make sure that it's in the middle of this card. So this is a 4-inch card. Ooh, and I've got metric on here. Okay, so what I want to do is I want this part to be in the middle. So I'm just going to raise this up a bit so that I can use your grid paper like that. So this is going to go right about there. This is going to come down to there. And now what you want to do is you want to make sure that this part doesn't stick down on there. And we're going to come in with our bone folder again, and we want to get really good creases on there. Just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this part right behind there and we're going to stick it behind. And the same with this one as well. So this allows for different, if you have different measurements and that sort of stuff. And then what I did was this nope, this isn't going to go on there yet. Now I have this piece cut. There we go. This is going to seem like there's a lot of bulk behind here, but what we're going to do is I'm going to actually pop this off the top of my base of my card. So I have a piece that's 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to go ahead now. Remember, this is sticky up there, so I'm going to put this here, and this is just a piece that's 3/4 of an inch by probably about 5 inches. Just lay that across there. And then I'm going to glue that to the back. And I think I'll use tearing tape as well. Just on there. So we want that to make sure that that really sticks down there. It's just going to go like that. Now at this point, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and put some ribbon on there. So I'm thinking to myself, I can do a faux bow, and that's what I'm going to do. So I had my soft succulent ribbon here. Soft succulent, evening evergreen, and balmy blue. What beautiful color combination. All right, so I have my soft succulent, and it matches this here, but I think this would be really nice to have as a faux bow. So I'm just going to, again, come here with my tear and tape. Oh, I'm not watching. Well, I didn't have sound, so don't worry about that because it only went for a very short period of time, Pam. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those videos, the ones that have no sound, and I'll also take it off of YouTube as well. Okay. So I'm just going to put this on here, and then I'm going to bring this across here and put that on there. And we can just trim that off. And then we'll worry about the faux bow in just a bit. Now I'm thinking that maybe I should even reinforce that down, that one piece. Obviously I didn't get it quite centered. So I'm just going to reinforce that down as well. Oops, I should have done that with the ribbon as well. There we go. All right. So you see now it's starting to be a full drapery fold. And so now I can go ahead and put that onto the front of this card. Wow, I just love those color combinations. So I am going to go ahead and I am going to use dimensionals. Now I laugh when I say I'm going to use dimensionals because I could use foam sheets, but that's kind of almost a little bit too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and use some of these strips. It's my favorite parts of the dimensionals. So I'm going to just use those. We want that just to be popped up. And then I'll just come in with some of this part here. And just, we're going to pop that part off. Didn't cover my full back. Yeah, this has got to be one of my favorite of the, well, I really like the Christmas one too. All right, I think that's more than adequate on the back. And the only reason I did this and I'm popping this up because I normally wouldn't do it is because of this extra stuff on the back, like the extra designer series paper and such. And one more, I think. There we go. All right. Now, this should be okay for me to go ahead and pop this down. So see, I'm just going to pop that up. So this might be one of those cards that you may have to do some really funny things with to get it mailed, or it's a hand-delivered card. All right. Now, what else is in that particular suite are all the ovals. Or the bundle, these ovals. I love how these cut out one particular shape and then they go and they cut out the inside. I had one of those here. Where did it go to? Oh, well. And then there's another one that cuts out, where is it? This one here, it cuts out the oval and also the outside of it. So now I have to decide what ones I'm going to put on here. You know, I might even keep with the tune of, I could do it this way, but I kind of want to do it just a little bit off to the side there. So this is the soft succulent. So it cuts out a soft succulent oval as well. Or you can go ahead and cut out another white one and put the white on there. Now I'm going to do that because I want to put my sentiment and I want to have it on this white oval. So I'm going to use Night of Navy. And I think I'm going to be using a birthday one at this point. You could use the birthday sentiment. You could, this one's such a pretty one. Thank you with all my heart. Wishes for a beautiful birthday. Just amazing. So we'll just tap this on here. Now remember, this is a photopolymer stamp set. I do have, this is my grid paper pads. So, and I'm just going to put this up and to the right. Just like so. Let that dry just a bit. That's going to go in there. We'll close that up. So if I put this down, and I think what I could do, like this is going to be a different level. So I think I'm going to have to go and pop up part of this oval. So I'm going to come in with my mini dimensionals. I might take your pick tool again. I'll use the proper one. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put so thanks to Laura for suggesting or mentioning the drapery fold. And then I thought, well, I'll do a different type of a drapery fold for this particular class. Because many of the local people and some of the ones from out of town that joined in the stamp camp, they got how to do the drapery fold. So this is going to go, you know what, I think I need to put these up just a tiny bit more, just up here. And one over here as well. Okay. Whoops, we'll get rid of that one. And this is going to give me that extra, and this part I'll glue down. And that'll make it so it's even. All right, so this is just checking to see that they're there. Now this has got a piece here, so I'm just going to come and trim it off there. All right, now the deal is, do I put it in the middle? I kind of don't want it in the middle. There it goes like that. And I meant to glue this down, so I'll go back in and glue this. Here we go. And then this part is going to go here. Again, I'm going to have to put dimensionals up at the top and then glue at the bottom because of the extra dimension. I don't know how I can run out of so many of the big, the full size dimensions. There are a lot of little pieces, so I finally have cleaned up some of them. So let me just go and I'll just put some of these on here. There we go. And then we'll glue the bottom part. There we go. Put glue on the bottom. So remember, if you like this, give me the thumbs up. Best form of compliment is to share my video, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. You can share my video. Some people are even sharing it to Pinterest, which is kind of cool. All right, so we have that, and I have the inside of the card that we can do something with. So now what I want to do, looks like I'm going to be stamping on one of these pieces as well. Okay, I am going to do this piece. Let's see which piece is the extra piece. This is a 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to stamp with Memento, and we're just going to stamp this image. Originally I was going to take, the DSP has some beautiful images that you can actually cut out, fussy cut, and some will be cut out with the dies. But I wanted to use this image in this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that up. And this gets cut out with the die cut. Thank you. All right, and then let's go ahead and put this on there too. Now, what I would normally say to you is cut out first before you color. And the reason being for that is because sometimes when you're cutting, you know how your cut and emboss machine can slide a little bit. But I want to show you how this is colored because I've already got it completely colored. But I just want to show you that part. I used soft succulent, the light soft succulent, I used light balmy blue and dark balmy blue. I didn't even have to use the dark soft succulent because I just went in and this, I used the bullet end, and the reason I did was because this is quite a fine image. So all I did was go in and color the leaves. I didn't even color the stems. And then once it was dry, I turned around and went back in and just gave a bit more of the light soft succulent, just to give it that some shadowing in there as well. And then I did the same with these ones. I didn't even do anything with these top ones here, but I went in and colored these ones. And then once it was dry, then I went in, not dry completely, I just went in and did another layer using that light soft succulent again, just to give some more, so you can see how there's some shadowing on there. And then as far as the flowers go, did use the brush end. I like when I have flowers is I like to do a flicking motion. So, but I colored and saturated the whole flower. And then I'll show you what I just did. Now I like when there's more of a solid thing is I like to have a bit of white in it too. So I've got white in that flower. I've left some spaces. And then I'm just going to come in like this. And I'm flicking. And I'm doing it with the brush end. And this looks like this might be running out of this color. When your blend brush starts to feather off on the brush end, that usually means that you're running out of ink on there. But just turn it over and use the bullet end, and that'll be okay too. And then I'm just coming back in with the light, and I'm just going to feather that. I want it so that we don't really see those lines on there. And that's how I did the coloring on there. Hello, Mishwari. All right, so then I'll just turn around and use this. So we're going to go like this, and I'm going to just put this part down here. I've got a bunch of these cut too, so I can decide where I want to put them. If I want to put them on there, do I want to put blue? I mean, really seriously, blue leaves, of course. So I think I'll just put this on there and put this behind there. Like I say, there's a lot of depth to this particular card. So I'm just going to glue that one on. Mishwari, this is a full drapery fold card, just to let you know. From the stamp camp, it was only a single. Just putting that there. And then we'll go ahead and put this on here. I think we'll put the flowers going up instead of down. So again, I'm going to glue here, dimension on here. Maybe I should just forget about the dimension. I'll forget about the dimension because seriously on some of this, I've got quite a bit of dimension on there. So here. And I had this, but you know what? I think that's what's going to go on the inside of the card. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the inside. Now, of course, we could go ahead and put some paper in there as well. Let me see. You know, I've got to show you this too. What I did originally, what I had done was I had cut, I don't know how that would even look on the inside. I had cut this oval out of there. So, you know what I mean? Like, how pretty is that as well? Just a thought. Okay, so now what we could do is, I had that strip of paper, but you know what? I'm going to just leave that like that. And I'm just going to put this down here. Like so. I'm going to have it come off of the paper a little bit. And then I'll just turn around and trim it off the back. There we go. That's going to go on the inside. And then oh my goodness, I didn't want this. You know, so I was wanting my iridescent rhinestones. So you know what? I can turn around and I can just go ahead and just use these festive pearls. These ones happen to be on back order at this point. When I see blue, I see more of a silver color to it than I see the gold that comes along with this suite. Oh yes, would that ever look great? That inside sentiment? You're right. So for a special person on a special day, yes, that would look great there. Is that the one that you were talking about? I think that one would be very nice. I've used this stamp set so much. Like I say, it is available tomorrow, and it's part of the Your Creativity Awaits stamp camp. I mean, yeah, the card class, the monthly card class. Let's put that on. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll finish it off with, oh, I know there's the other part I wanted to do as well. Okay, so there's that. And I could have done that in soft succulent as well. That would have been quite nice too. So that's going to go on the inside there. Looks like I've got something on there. It's a little frustrating. Too bad we couldn't put embellishments on the inside. You know, I could turn around and put a leaf on there too. But it would have had to have been a different colored leaf. Yeah, I could cover that up somehow. All right, so back to the front. What we want to do is I have another one of these if we wanted to even put something up here. But you know what? I'm going to leave that. So now what I want to do is I want to do that faux bow. I'd put that ribbon across. My goodness, I've got tear and tape all over the place. It reminds me of when my dog got into my tear and tape. Okay, so we're going to come in with this soft succulent ribbon again. We're just going to bring that down there underneath. Now I could tie it in a bow, but I want a faux bow. So all the faux bow is basically a knot. Just like that. Tight. Remember to tie it tight. That's the key to bows completely. Just put that up there. Oops. And my bow is wanting to go up. It's curled that way. So you know what? I think I'll just turn it around. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and put some embellishments on here. Now, I could use, this is soft succulent in there too. Hannah went and said, very pretty card. Would the sentiment fit inside the oval? Yes, it would. Yes, most definitely it would. Yes. Just to let you see just like that. Yeah. All right. So I'm thinking I'm going to use, instead of the soft succulent, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use, I could put some inside the flower too. Let's go. Let's see what we're going to do here. We'll put 2 on the larger one and 1 on the big one. Oops. And then what we can do is just put some here. Okay, what I want to do is just go like this. And 1 there to go along with this, the oval of the card. Okay, don't like that 2 on there. So we're just going to take that one off. All right, so there's my full drapery fold card. I hope you liked it. This, like I say, is all part of my Monday morning online stamp card class. So it's a full drapery fold card, and then it but it's pretty heavy. So I'm telling you, this one is one that you will not send in the mail, or if you do, it's going to be for a very special person. So I hope you like that. Awesome. So what is happening tomorrow? Technique Tuesday. How did they do that? I'll be on live at 4:30 Pacific time. Hopefully you can join me then. And it'll be a technique that I'd done quite a few. I'd done it about maybe 6 months ago, but it wasn't part of my technique series. So I want to make sure that I do fit that in. And then, of course, we have our mystery stamping. And then, of course, we're going to also on Thursday night finish up our birthday album with the extra decorations on there. Then I'm off to Vienna. There will be scheduled posts for the card sketch, the 2 card sketches, and also scheduled posts for the 2 technique classes that I'm leaving or that I'm going to be away for. But if there's anything that you want, any questions, make sure just make comments. I get notifications if you make comments on the video. Remember to give me the thumbs up if you like my video, and also make sure that you do share my video. I really, truly do appreciate it. Have a great day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.